Hi guys, it's Jenna the Red-Headed Stitcher here. Today is Saturday the 25th of October 2025. Welcome to my latest Flosstube update. For anyone new here, I hope you'll like the content that you see and maybe you'll like and maybe you'll subscribe to see the future updates that I have. So 3 whips to show you today, 2 of which I had hoped would be finishes for you, but time sort of got away from me in the last 2 weeks. So let's start with the first whip. I'm trying to pull a page out, which is Strawberry Tear by Erin Elizabeth. This was started in June, and as I said, I had hoped to finish it by now, but I am on the bottom tier though. That's the sheet falling to the floor, of course. This has been stitched on an 18 count pink Swigart fabric. So yes, I just got to fill in here. The bit underneath that of the stand I'm not sewing because of how I'm going to finish it on a wooden stand, tree shaped stand. So I just need that bit stitched. So it is coming on, and I don't know when I'll next be working on it, but I'll discuss plans more in a few moments. Okay, so the next whip I have to show you, which again is one that, so it's suddenly gotten dark in here, so I'm just going to pause you guys, see if it helps putting a light on. Had to put a light on and I had to adjust the camera angle slightly. Okay, so Tiny Modernist Mouse's Pumpkin Pie. So this is going to be my November mouse that will go on my board that you can sort of see there. I'm pointing and hang on, just going to get it. Will go on here. So this is this month's one, and that will be November. December, I'm not planning on finishing in this style if I start it this year. So, yeah, okay. And this is where I'm actually up to. So the mouse is done, pumpkin pie is done, the flower here is done. I'm hoping to get, it's gone from sunny to really dark and rainy all in a matter of 10 seconds. This arrangement here with the candles and the flowers and the turkey still left to do, so I want to get that done today and the turkey done tomorrow, because I'm planning on having a couple of Halloween starts next week. Okay, so the third and final whip to show you guys today is Summer Quaker by Leela Studios. Now last weekend we had the 24 hours of cross stitch and I decided to work on this, and I got one page finished and then I decided to keep working on it, so that's part of the reason why the other 2 did not get finished. So I'm going to show you on my tablet before picture before I did work on it last weekend. So this is from the very middle of the middle piece there. Middle of the middle, makes sense. Because I always start in the middle, so this is why you're seeing part of this and not the border first. That's just how I roll. Okay, so without further ado, there she is. So this is 2 pages finished on the chart, and it's been stitched on an 18 count Cloud Summer Sky by Fabric Flair. So we've got lots of lovely nautical details and starts off Quakers. I've not done Quakers like this before, and one thing I have learnt is you have to concentrate and keep an eye on your counting, because this one here, about 3 or 4 times I've had to take stitches out, and quite a few of them as well, because some things I will fudge if I make a little mistake, but you cannot fudge a Quaker. It needs to be, you know, there's your geometric shape, so it's got to be right. And I've got a little shrimp there who I think is really cute, and I've called him Shrimpy because, you know, it's original. But yeah, really enjoying it. So, as I say, I'm hoping to get the November mouse finished this weekend, and if there's any time left at all after doing it, then I'm going to make a start on this bit above here. So if I show you on the chart, or the picture I should say, it covers, so got that bird there up to about sort of there, so I'll get a bit of a lobster in as well. And I'm not doing any of the text there. I will do the letters that spell summer around the border, but I'm not doing the actual letters there. So yeah, so I think I can officially name that my favourite whip of all my whips, because once I started it I just couldn't put it down. But it is a bit awkward watching Flosstube and TV when you've got a frame this size. I mean, it's not as big as the frame I've got my long dog on, to be fair, but when you're trying to watch Ray Donovan and you're having to peer around, see what's going on, you know. But yeah, so that is staying out, and will feature part of my November plans as well. So let's have a talk about November, because a week today will be the 1st of November. I have no idea where October went. It's like it hasn't happened. I've got Halloween pictures out here and there, and it just hasn't actually echoed with me that we are in that month at all. I have no idea why, but I think it's the year has just flown, and I think most of you will agree with that. So yes, so let's talk about November. So I created last year No New Starts November. That is my my event, I like to call it, and some of you have already said that yes, you want to join in with No New Starts November, and I created a little graphic to send to as a thank you as well, so people can display it, share with people to say I am taking part in No New Starts November. So what is No New Starts November? So basically in November you only work on your whips. You don't start anything new, you only work on your whips. If you finish all your whips, and I'm not saying anyone has to do this, but if someone actually finished all their whips, then of course you can start something new, because you now have no new whips. You have no whips, so of course you could have a new start. So I think I've got 8 or 9 whips. So I would try to plan. Ideally I'd like to work on all of them, but what I did last year was I got them all out and I took them from the one closest to a finish and I worked through like that, and then that way I got some finishes, as well as the fact that I'm working on whips as well. It doesn't mean say if you want to take part that you have to do that. You do it however which way you like. You could, I don't know, put all, you know, write out all the names of your whips, stick them in a hat, pull them out one at a time, or use a decision wheel to decide what you're going to work on. But the point is to not add to the whips. And the reason I felt that for November particularly is because December we have the Jingle Ball, where loads of fantastic new charts are going to come out, exclusive charts, and also charts that already have been released by the 12 designers, but you may feel that seeing them in the booth and everything, you decide, right, I really want to start that. You know, there's something really nice about seeing them in the shopping booth at the Jingle Ball. I you know, it's just, well, that's how I feel about it. And you also have Christmas. And now I will probably end up with some charts for Christmas. I know Mum will, you know, so because it's it's something nice to be gifted. And I also have been trying not to buy any charts at all this year, because I know that it gives people something that they can definitely buy for me, as well as maybe a DVD of Ray Donovan would be nice, but there you go. Anyway, I digress. I could talk about Ray Donovan for hours. DM me if you really want to about that. Okay, yes, so I had created a graphic saying about No New Starts November, and then a few people got in touch with me and said they wanted to get in, they wanted to join in. So just as a fun thing, I've created a thing saying about being a participant. I am having and hawing about possibly doing like a couple of Zoom sessions, and maybe creating a graphic for, if you actually ever finish during No New Starts November, so we'll see how we get on and everything. And I can't believe that I'm only just over 11 minutes and I feel like I am actually ready to wrap up. So I think what we should do is have a look at some of my Halloween stitches that I've got around in Halloween bits and pieces, just so that I don't keep umming and ahhing and have the world's shortest Flosstube video. So let's start with a picture I've got right here. Now this was stitched by my mum over 20 years ago. I cannot tell you who the designer is. I think it's from a Stony Creek book, and I call the bear Pumpkin. It came from a book of, there's 12 bears, one for each month. This is the only one that has been stitched from that book, and I believe she still got that book. And it looks like it's on a rustico as well. Sorry about the light catching the reflection there, but yeah, so that's pumpkin. Now I'll tell you what, I'm not going to try and, no, shall I try and put it back? An epic fail live on Flosstube? No, I'm not risking that. Okay. This I made last year. This is from the book 12 Monthly Minis by Primrose Cottage. This is the October one, stitched on a 16 count azalea fabric by Fabric Flair, a bit of Harry Potter fabric on the back. And then sitting next to that I have my little witch, which I think is a Gisela Graham ornament. And then they sit on a box. This box. So this is actually the lid, and this came from Hobbycraft, and that is Hands-on Design Year of Celebrations 2, not the first one, the second one. And this I changed. It had 3 pumpkin faces. I made it so it just had one in the middle, and it was a white pumpkin, and I made it an orange pumpkin. I've shown you guys this before, but in case anyone who hasn't seen it, this is my autumn biscornu, both sides stitched on 16 count azalea. Chart is Hands-on Design triple play basket autumn, or might say fall actually because they're American. But yeah, it's that. And I have a Tatty Teddy Halloween, which I bought 2008, the 29th of December. Yeah, that I won't go into why I remember that so well, but after Christmas, what did I buy? Not a Christmas Tatty Teddy, a Halloween Tatty Teddy. Now this is actually something I crocheted. So it's a little pumpkin. So I just did a round of orange, and then came into here, did a few chain the green. Mum probably guided me with this, to be fair. So yeah, so that's the pumpkin. this is one of my favourite acquisitions this year. I got it in Flying Tiger, Copenhagen. Never been in that shop before at all. I will go in it a lot more now and see if I can do this without blinding everyone. It's a light. So I'm sort of half covering it because I don't know how bright it's going to appear. It's not too bad, is it? No. And I think there was a white one, possibly a black one as well, but this I had to get in pink. Look at it's purple. Stunning. Yep, so that's my new favourite shop. And now they're Christmas ornaments. Oh yeah, this is just sitting on the side waiting for me to decide what to do with it. Bought this in the works. Just little houses, only £1. No idea what I'm going to do with it. Probably try and put a bit of sewing in here and turn it into a little ornament. So there's that. Hang on. Okay, so this came from a frosted pumpkin chart. I cannot remember the name of it. But that's stitched on the 16 count. So you'll find that a lot of my Halloween stitching is done on this purple fabric because I think it's perfect. So yeah. Okay, so that is it for today. So thank you all for watching. So I hope to come back in 2 weeks' time. So that will be some Halloween stitching I'm planning on. I haven't shown you guys what I'm sewing because I haven't got any film charts at the chart ideas at the moment. I just know I want to do something Halloween, and then we'll have the start of November, so you should start seeing some of my existing whips then. So until next time then, bye.